A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to Global Online, and here we are with our next class for NTA UGC NET Paper 1, that is 2022 batch and cycle. The cycle which will be the examinations which will be either in the end of this month or the next month, and we have live classes every day at 9 p.m. Today we are going to talk about Today we are going to solve the MCQ series for teaching aptitude, and as you all are aware, this is the second cycle of MCQs, wherein we are talking about, or where we are taking MCQ series, and this is the third lecture for teaching aptitude. First two lectures links are available. Prior first cycle links are also available in the description box. Okay. Now, here is a very important announcement for everyone. You have to just listen to this very carefully. There is something for your benefit. We have decided to conduct, that is Global Online has decided to conduct All India Scholarships Test, especially for UGC NET Paper 1, which will be conducted on 8th of June, that is falling as Wednesday, and the time will be 6 to 7 p.m. It will be basically 1 hour, where all the 10 units will be covered. So, any student who scores maximum score, I mean to say everyone, it is an open test, and those students who score maximum marks will get the discount offer as per the scores. So, like for example, if you are getting 100%, if your score is 100%, will be getting 100% discount. It means your course fee is 3,500. On that you will get a complete 3,500 discount, and the course is yours. Okay, but there is an important clause in this, that you have to appear for the exam on 8th June sharp at 6 p.m. itself. If you are missing this, and in spite of that, if you are attending, there will be no offer at all. So, just make it sure that you have to follow the date and the timeline, which is very important, and take maximum score and get a maximum discount. For any further information, you can please contact on the given WhatsApp number, WhatsApp only, or you can even download the Global Online app. Okay, very good evening. Yes, very good evening everyone. So, you know that Global Online has UGC NET Paper 1 crash course. Our new batch will be, or the new unit will start from 8th of June. Okay, we will be having daily live classes, live lectures, notes on all the topics will be available. Last 10-year question papers are available, which are solved question papers. Test series, 2,500 plus MCQs are available. All this is available on Global Online app or WhatsApp also. The fees is 3,500. You can go to the Google Play Store, download the Global Online app. You will get this interface. Okay. It will be asking you for various courses. So, your course is UGC Paper 1 course, and once you purchase the course, you will get the content option, wherein the folders are made as per your unit, and the folders are consisting theory classes, MCQ lectures, notes, mock test, evaluation test. Today's evaluation test is TA 012, it is 12. Okay, TA 012, and you can appear the evaluation test also. I'll just take all the doubts, just give me a minute. Okay. You have paper 2 also, notes and MCQ. So, paper 2 subjects are given on the screen. You can check your subject. Paper 2 notes and MCQs fees is 1,500. Yes, Shelly, you have to download the app. The test will be on the app. I will take the slide again at the last. Okay, but the test will be on the app itself. Fine. So, we are going with teaching aptitude. Now, today's teaching aptitude questions are completely different. As I said, that I will be taking only previous year questions for 2 days, which I have already taken, that is on Friday and Saturday. And today the set of question is completely different. Please keep a notepad with you or your notes book with you. It is very important, because some topics are not studied, which I found just while going through the questions, some new topics you can say. So, you can please make a note of it, and then we can proceed further. Okay. So, you have totally 5 questions in this unit. Total marks is 10. Each question is allotted for 2 marks. You have the syllabus as follows, where you have the subtopic as teaching, where you have concepts, levels, objectives. You have 3 levels of teaching, and characteristics and requirements. You have learners characteristics, which includes academic, social, emotional and cognitive. You have factors affecting teaching related to teacher learner support material and instruction facilities, as well as methods, which covers your teacher centered, learner centered, online, offline method, that is Swayam Prabha moves, teaching support system in the form of traditional, modern and ICT based teaching, evaluation system, that is types of evaluation, the choice based credit system, computer based testing and evaluation in innovations in evaluation system. So on this we have done a crash course also, you can refer that also. But today's questions, as I said, are a little bit different. So please ensure that you are maximum putting your attention and scoring well. Okay. So all the best to everyone. Let's start the session for the day. Fine. So here comes your question number 1 on the screen. Yes. The verb list, the verbs write, list, label and name. When used in an examination, the test will be called as what? The test level will be called as what? Whether it will be a comprehension level test, whether it will be an application level test, whether it will be a knowledge level test, or whether it will be a synthesis level test. Now, if you remember, I have given you in your crash course also, in the theory class also, I have given you a list, that is a slide. I told you very well that the list of the verbs are given and it is related to what and what are the keywords. If you have not revised, now you will understand the importance of that slide. Yes. Okay. Comprehension level. Okay. C1. Fine. Students have already started answering. Others, read it once and answer. They have told you the verbs given are write, list, label and name. When used in the examination, which level will be used? From the given level, which level will be used? Okay. Yes. Those who have joined, start your answer questions with, because today the questions are completely different. So please have that enthusiasm with you. It's a Monday, start of the week. So be ready for this. Okay, 1A, 1C, 1B. Okay, fine. So now let me first see. It was basically the list, the verbs they are talking about is nothing but write, list, label and name. Some students have not even answered. I am just waiting so that I get all the answers, but still, okay. So when the verbs such as write, list, label, name are used in the examination, the test will be called as the knowledge level test. Knowledge, because it talks about what? It talks about remembrance. Okay. Now if you see, I have got the slide for you now. We have studied Bloom's taxonomy or levels, where we have the keywords in the form of key verbs and the examples. So if you see, okay, listing, reciting, naming, that is all in remembrance. So remembrance tests what? It tests the level of knowledge. See, here it is, I mean to say, I have given you this slide earlier only. Still I have brought it just to make you understand. This is very important. From this also the question comes. So when you talk about the verbs such as listing, naming, labeling, recognizing, identifying, it talks about remembrance. It means it is talking about your knowledge level, and that's how the question was. The verbs such as write, list, label, name, that falls in the category of what? Knowledge level. Is it clear? Okay. Those who have joined now, we have just completed first question. Another 14 are completely new. So have that, enthusiasm and start with fresh and do sit with your notepad. Okay. Now going ahead, I hope, see this, remember one thing, you have to put this star mark for the slide. It's there in all the theory classes also, as well as your crash course classes also. Yes, recall and recognition, but do revise it. Just keeping it is of no use. Revise it. It is definitely going to help you out. Fine. Now, second question. The question is very simple. Put your attention properly on the question and the options. Teachers use placement evaluation in order to do what? In order to find out the knowledge and skills students have mastered, to discover the causes of students' learning or behavioral problems, both A and B, or none of the above. The given options are asking you that teachers use placement evaluation in order for what? In order to do what? To find out the knowledge and skills students have mastered, or to discover the causes of students learning or behavioral problems. So which we have done this every time I was telling about this. Today I hope I will get the right answers for that. Yeah, Shelly, just a second. Yes, I'll come to your problem also. First, let's first concentrate on this, so that I will able to go ahead. Okay. In case if you just want, the comprehension or comprehensive, we have done one question also, that is level of understanding. So based on that, understanding will come under that level. Okay. If you just want what level, what will come. Okay. Amrita, see, I have been telling you, notification will come even 4 days before. You keep yourself prepared. They have said no, June or July first week your exams will be there. So be prepared for that. Don't wait for the notification. It is not going. Maybe they will put a direct notification just 4 days before the exam. So you be ready. Yes, there is all confusion again in answer 2, but some students have answered correctly. See, we are talking, if you remember, we have done this, yes, we have done this topic, but let's the answer right is option number A. But why? I'll tell you. I'll first come to the explanation. If you remember, we have done types of evaluation. Those who have answered wrongly, concentrate to the explanation first, then you can put your doubt. There are types of evaluation which are divided on the basis of functions, which are divided on the basis of approaches, and which is divided on the basis of interpretation. So when we talk about functions, we have placement and diagnostic. See, both are there. But what was the question? I told you very well, diagnostic, it means it try to find out the problem and then it gives the remedy. But the question was very clear. The question was talking about placement evaluation, also referred as pre-assessment or initial assessment, which is conducted to know what student skills is about that particular subject. So it is basically what? It is basically talking about what knowledge and skills students have mastered. Based on that, the placement evaluation is done, and the student is helped for a further course or a subject. Okay. Approaches, we have done formative and summative, interpretation, norm reference and criterion reference. Okay. So please remember, now the question was what? Teachers use placement evaluation in order to do what? So in order to find knowledge and skills students have mastered. Okay. Yes, it is an initial process in an institution. So it comes to knowledge and skills, but many students take it in a different way. Placement, it means they think it is a post evaluation, which is wrong. It is a pre. It's written very carefully over here. See, it's a pre-assessment. Is it clear? Amrita, I'm extremely sorry. I didn't get that notification for what you wrote. Notification, you do one thing, unsubscribe and again subscribe and press the bell icon. You will get it. One student what facing the problem, I don't know, Neelam is not there in the class today. Even she was the one to suffer like you. Okay. Mastered, I didn't get this one. Sandeep, what is your doubt? I didn't get. I'll just read third question. Can you just elaborate what you wanted to find out? Third question is a complete different question, but very interesting question. Please put your attention, everyone. If you don't know, we will discuss it, but let's read the question. An individual's awareness of his or her memory processes, that is his or her own memory process, and the ways in which storage and retrieval of information can be enhanced is called as what? Semantic memory, episodic memory, procedural memory or metamemory. I'll read the question once again for you. Sandeep, if you can elaborate your doubt, I will help you out. An individual's awareness of his or her own memory process and the ways in which storage and retrieval of information can be enhanced will be called as what? Semantic, will be called as episodic or procedural or metamemory. This may be, if you are doing this question for the first time, please write and keep somewhere about this. Okay. Yes, mastered means, okay, you were asking about the meaning of mastered. Okay, so mastered means which is well versed in a particular subject. Yes, knows very well about that particular subject. You can keep this also in mind. Hope you are in that sense only you are asking. Still, if your doubt is something else, you can put. Yes, question number 3, everyone. I hope everyone has started reading the question again. And okay, 3A, okay, 3D, okay. Okay, Metamemory 3D. So, anyone can give me the answer? What is Metamemory before I turn the slide? Let me see what conceptual knowledge you are having. Everyone is saying Metamemory. So, what is Metamemory? Can you help me out quickly with some keywords in the meaning quickly before I turn the slide and I start explaining? Let me know what you know about Metamemory. I hope you can hear me. Yes, I am just waiting for what is the meaning of Metamemory so that we can go ahead. Others who do not know, anyone who is not knowing, we will come to this explanation, and there is one small diagram. If you can take a screenshot of it, it will also fine. Otherwise, no one has answered what I should take it. Okay, fine. If anyone is answering, just speed up so that we can come to know. So, yes, the answer is right. It is Metamemory. Okay. But let's see first of all what is this memory classification into. The memory is divided into two types, that is explicit, which is called as direct memory, and implicit, that is called as indirect memory. Now, direct memory is divided into episodic, that is experienced, which is based on experiences. Okay. Semantic, that is knowledge and concepts, which is based only on knowledge and concepts. I'll repeat once again. Direct memory is direct. So, whatever events you have experienced, your memory is based on that. Whatever knowledge and skills or concepts you have, whatever knowledge and concepts you have, that again comes as what? A direct memory. But indirect memory is procedural, which you learn from the skills and action, okay, or emotional conditioning. Fine. Now, we had a question that was an individual's awareness. Now, read the question very carefully. Okay, no, meta means date. No, just Balaji Naik, just 2 minutes. Let me clear this. What is it? An individual's awareness of his or her own memory process. That is the way we process our memory, the awareness which we have, and based on which we do a storage and retrieval of information is called as what? It is called as metamemory. Now, what is metamemory? Metamemory itself is defined as the awareness to our feelings and experience of our own memory. For example, if a person feels certain that he or she will remember later something just learned now, that person is having an meta-memory experience. It means he knows his own memory level process, and he knows that the storage and retrieval of the information will be brought well. And that's how, when you're confident about your own way or style of memory, that is nothing but the technical term for that is called as meta-memory. Is it clear with everyone? Those who are not knowing about this, I hope you have understood now what is episodic, what is semantic, what is procedural, what is emotional. It can come in any form, just remember it very well. Okay, fine. Yes, so we'll move ahead now to the next question. The next question is on the screen. The students or individuals may develop belief, that is a positive or a negative, it can talk about positive or a negative belief about their own ability to cope up effectively in the variety of situations. So, this is termed as what? Is it termed as self-efficacy? Is it termed of self-regulation? Is it ego, or is it confidence? Yeah, Sandeep, very good. Perfect word you have chosen, that is mind mapping. Okay. Ma'am, can awareness and memory include in knowledge? Shabna, what I means awareness, yes, awareness and memory include in knowledge. So, what exactly you want me to, I am not getting what exactly you are asking me. If you are asking knowledge, yes, in order to have, knowledge, if you are aware, it means you have some amount of knowledge which is a part of your memory. That's how. What exactly you are trying to tell is little bit difficult for me. Episodic, it continues. even Manoran, I'm a bit doubtful about what exactly you mean to say. The question is not clear. I'm not getting what exactly you are asking for. It is episodic. It means, I said, which is some based on experience. Yes, the students or individuals who develop their own attitude depending upon the own belief depending upon their ability is nothing but it is called as self-efficacy. Now, self-efficacy is nothing but, the definition of the self-efficacy is this: individuals believe in his or her capacity to execute the behaviors, okay, to produce specific performance or to come with a specific performance. It means self-awareness, self-efficiency. It means self-efficacy can also be called as self-efficiency about own's ability. That is meaning of what? Self-efficacy. Can the awareness and memory called knowledge, or it is included in knowledge? That's what I said. It is included, Shabna. Not it is not called, it is included in knowledge. Fine. Okay. I hope anyone is still having doubt can come to it. Reinforcement. Now, question number 5 on the screen. Reinforcement is provided by any factor that increases the probability that a response will be repeated. We have this type of question in different way in one of the previous year question also. Which of the following factors represents reinforcement? So, whether it is praise, whether it is token reward, whether it is simply succeeding in a task, or all above. So, you should know the meaning of the term reinforcement. Basically, the question is on reinforcement. Reinforcement is provided by any factor that increases the probability of response. Okay, this is in the classroom which can be implemented by the teacher. That's what it means. Reinforcement is something which can be implemented by the teacher, but it represents in what way? From the given options. From the given options, you have to tell that it includes in what way. Okay, yes. Your answers have started coming. Very good. Srinivas, just read the question very carefully. It's not that tough. Okay, yes. So, let's see. See, reinforcement is nothing but an encouragement. It's like a motivation. Okay. So, in order to motivate the child in the classroom, it has to be done again and again. So, what can be the factor? So, definitely you can praise a child. You can appreciate. Praising, it means appreciating. You can token reward, it means you can give an appreciation. Now, appreciation, you are not supposed to spoil the kids with any gifts. Appreciation can be in any form. A small gratitude also can be an appreciation for them, or simply succeeding in a task. Okay, simply just highlighting the way they have completed the work, and all this above can definitely form what? That is the process of the reinforcement or the factors of reinforcement. So, reinforcement is nothing but the process of encouragement which can be from the teacher towards the students. Yes, it is positive reinforcement. We have positive and negative, and the question was on based of positive and negative. Like, for example, a teacher just saying that well done. Okay, it means a negative sentence also said in an affirmative form is a positive reinforcement. Okay, fine. Now, question number 6. Arrange the following experimental learning activities. This is the topic. Experimental learning activities, you can even call it as experimental learning cycle, adopted by a teacher in cyclic order. So, this is the cycle. So, you have to tell the correct sequence of the cycle. The cycle includes accommodation, the cycle includes converging, the cycle includes assimilation, and the cycle includes diverging. So, which will be in correct form as experimental learning activity. Okay, question number 6, no one has yet started, I guess. 6C, okay, 6th A, okay, 6th A, okay, 6th D, okay, okay, fine. So speed of answers is less. Why? So many students are online. You can, if you don't know the topic, it's fine, but rest of them at least you can try. Okay. Okay, fine. Bhaskar, why, what went wrong? All the answers you have given. Okay, so let's see this experimental cycle learning. Only one student, I guess, is right. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4 students are only right. The right answer is option number 4. But let's understand it. Okay, it's not concerned that which is right and which is wrong. This topic, I guess, you people are not aware. So this is the cycle. Okay, the cycle includes, you know, just a second. Wait a minute. Just a second, sorry. The cycle is not representing, so I'm just moving it. Okay. So yes, so the cycle, let's understand the cycle. You can please make a note of it. The experimental learning cycle or activity, it starts with concrete experience, okay, that is feeling it, reflective observation, that is watching it, abstract conceptualization, thinking about it, and active experimentation, that is experimentation, that is doing it. Okay, so when you talk about these terms now, like for example, when the cycle starts with assimilation. Now assimilation, it means first of all to understand the information or the idea, that is to understand the content which is represented by the teacher. So when we talk about experimental learning activity or a cycle, so when the teacher conveys something to the students, that information student has to first assimilate. It means they have to first understand that information. Then they have to accommodate the information. Accommodate, it means they have to use, or teacher means the students need to alter it as per the format, means what exactly need to be taken. Then students can do a conversion. Okay, first take it into the sequence, and divergent, it means, you know, having a different path. So you can, now you need to know the base, and you can implement in or apply it in a different activity in a different form. So we have studied, no, convergent thinking and divergent thinking. Convergent, it means in the same direction. Divergent, it means in a different direction. If you want, I'll explain it again. Pankaj, I hope you got it. If not, I'm repeating it again. The topic is called as experimental learning activity or a cycle. So the cycle starts, first of all, how the cycle, you know, cycle is represented. Just a second, I'll just erase the cycle is represented by giving some concrete experience, that is assimilating the information or idea, understanding the information or idea. Then by doing the reflective or observation, that is watching, accommodation you can say. Then coming to a abstract conceptualization, thinking, but in a one same direction, that is convergent. And then doing it, but definitely while doing, everyone will have their own way, that is divergent way, but they will definitely come to their own, they come to a conclusion. Like for example, take an example of mathematical problem. There are so many methods, you know, to solve a sum, but the answer comes, you know, in a different methods you can come to the answer. Okay, feeling, watching, doing, thinking, doing. Okay, thank you for that acronym. Everyone has understood the concept very well. Okay, fine. Okay, so can we go ahead now? Let's go to question number 7. 7 is easy. Just concentrate and answer the question. A heavy emphasis on measurable outcome leads to what? So a heavy emphasis on measurable outcome. Now you should know what is the meaning of outcome. It leads to either rote learning, either memorization, either both, or none of the above. A heavy emphasis on measurable outcome leads to what? What does it results into? Okay, question number 7, everyone is on the screen, everyone. 7th C. Okay, we have started with 7th. 7th question is very easy. Just understand properly and give the answer. Very good. Okay, others. 7th question, I don't think so. In fact, it should be, answer should be pouring fast. It's very easy. Heavy emphasizes on measurable outcomes, that is results, definitely will be decided with not only with rote learning but also with memorization. So it is what, option number B as well as option number, sorry, A as well as option number B. Very good. Yes. Okay. So now we can go on to question number 8. Okay. Now question is very easy, only they have complicated the statement, but read it carefully. I am sure you people will answer it correctly. Students can be classified into 4 types on the basis of learning. Okay, student will be classified into 4 types on the basis of their learning. Seema, your answer is wrong. I hope you understood very well. Which of the following seeks meaning and reasoning to the learning? So from the given learners like innovative learner, analytical learner, common sense learner or dynamic learner, which basically it is talking about what? Meaning and reasoning to what? Yes, memory level. Question number 8 everyone, 7 is over, no? So we are on 8. Do you want me to read the question once again? Students can be classified into the 4 types based on the learning. So it can be what? Basis on reasoning and meaning. So it will be what? It will be basically on what basis? That is, what will be the learner called as? Okay. Okay. 8th answer has started. Only 2-3 students, rest of them start answering so that I can discuss the wrong answers. Okay, mix of answers are coming. 8th one, everyone has given every learner type. Okay. Those who have answered it rightly, very good. Keep this type of focus. See, it was very easily given. They have just given over here 4 types of learners based on learning. Okay, the learners should have what? They should seek meaning and reasoning. See, reasoning, if you remember reflective learning, we have done this very well. It means those are the learners who are basically from the from a higher education point of view in reflective learning. So it's reasoning comes if you see innovative learner, analytical learner, common sense learner, dynamic learner. Where exactly reasoning will fall? Reasoning will definitely fall in analytical learner only. How it can be dynamic? See, dynamism, it means with the changing time, but it didn't tell anything. Innovative, it means it has some different unique quality. That also the question is not asking you. Question is simply asking you reasoning. Reasoning is nothing but problem analysis. That is nothing but an analytical ability where the learner will understand the problem as well as he will work on the solution towards the problem. Okay. Jyoti, don't worry, maybe there can be certain issue. Let's see, in correction window also you couldn't do that during that correction window time. That time also it was not able to, you were not able to do it. Question number 9th now everyone. Now read here, there are a lot of chances to go wrong. So read very carefully. This question is, I will tell you it is based on what topic. Analytical, Priyanka, it means the one which which you understand in a deep way. You study that in depth, okay, to find out the problem and to come to a solution. Fine. Now, instruction that takes into account various types of learners and learning styles. I'll read it again. Instruction that takes into account various types of learners and learning style is adapted accordingly is said to be what? Is it said to be teacher centered? Is it said to be differentiated? Is it said to be direct instruction or none of the above? Okay. Priyanka, you understood? So many your classmates are also helping you out. I hope it is clear with you. Okay, fine. So on behalf of you, I'll say thank you to your classmates. Come on everyone, question number 9 on the screen. Question number 9 is very easy. You know the topic also. If your answer is coming right, you know the topic also. Some students are going wrong. See, yes. Everyone, yes. Pankaj, what happened? Why you went wrong? See, what is the question? Instructions that take into account various types of learners. Instructor, no. See, the question is not instructor. The question is instructions. Instructions that take into account various type of learners and learning style. So, that time which is adapted, it is definitely differentiated. If we have studied individual differences, so when a teacher is giving instruction, but at that time teacher is keeping in mind all the type of learners, because teacher knows individual difference. Two students are, definitely are not the same, and hence teacher has to use, or learning style to be exhibited by the teacher will be differentiated. Is it clear? Fine. Majority of them went right, but still there are some students who went drastically wrong. Teacher centered, no, it is not teacher centered, it is differentiated learning style. Okay. Question number 10. Which of the following expectations students have from group learning? Very easy question again, but read it carefully. Which of the following expectations students have from group learning? To get appreciation from the group, to distribute the work equally, to ignore the individual viewpoint, or to motivate isolated students to become the members of the group. We can take the keyword as various. Yes. Yes. Pankaj, I hope you understood your mistake. Others also, those who answered wrongly, I mean to say there are some new students in the class, I guess. Which of the following expectations a student have from group learning? When I say easy, I mean it. Take some time to read and then come to the answer. Do not jump. Do not come wrong. Srinivas, you understood your mistake, I guess. Shreya, what it is? Your typo error, I guess. Okay, very good. So, see, group learning. So, definitely group learning is basically to ensure that any student who is isolated can be a part of, how to motivate the student or the learner to be a part of group. So, to motivate isolated students to become a part of group, and that's why group learning is encouraged. Okay, very good. Priyanka, what happened? B is to distribute the work equally is not the right answer. Group learning is to encourage the students to be a part of group, especially those students who feel they are isolated. Okay. Yes, shall we go ahead? Question number 11. Now, I think question number 11 100% should go right. We have just did this topic. The taking of new information is termed as what? Simple question, but if you remember the earlier question, then you can do this very well. The taking in of new information will be called as what? What it will be known as? What is the technical term for that? Is it assimilation? Is it accommodation? Is it cognition? Or is it reception? What is the term taking in of new information called as? Isolated, Priyanka, it means who is, away, completely cut off. Isolated means. Why 11 so much mistakes are happening? Question number 11, we did just now. I have clearly explained you the information right now. The related to information related to question number 11. Just 2-3 questions back we did. Silly mistakes you people are making. The taking in of new information. I will go back to the slide. Just a minute. See, did you see this slide? If we have learned this very well, assimilation means understanding of information or ideas. Okay. So what the question was? The question was taking in means understanding of new information is nothing but it is called as what? It is called as assimilation. Okay. Question number 11, all are going wrong. Cognition is the meaning, those who are giving cognition, no? Cognition, it means, it is the ability, mental ability. okay, but they are not talking about the ability, they are talking about taking the information. Accommodation, those who give me the answer of accommodation, it means to alter, to change. Okay, first one right, assimilation is right, yes. Okay, fine. Now let me go ahead. Same type of question, but see, so many mistakes are there. Be careful, just write and keep this experimental learning cycling well. Now, listening to a lecture is what? If you remember, we have done this type of question in the class. I hope now you people will go correct. Listening to the lecture is called as what? Is it informational listening? Is it evaluative listening? Is it empathetic listening, or it is dynamic listening? Yes, cognition, it means mental ability, mind, yes. Question number 12 on the screen, everyone. Okay. I am just waiting for 12th. I am seeing the answers. I am just waiting. So that let me see how many of you are answering what. Some students who are actually right in all the questions, how they are going wrong. This is the very big thing which I am going to clarify now. Listening is not at all informational activity. Okay. Yes, I'll come. Okay, empathetic, it means Shelley, the one who understands, ability to understand others, that is called as empathetic listening. Okay, now listening is not informational ability. Listening to a lecture is not informational. Listening to a lecture is evaluative listening. That is that's the reason I have purposely highlighted it very well. Listening effectively is hearing and understanding what a speaker is saying and how it applies to you, a specific individual, and then remembering it for a future use and evaluation. Now please listen over here. I was very sure that students will give the answer as informational listening, and that's what happened. See, whenever you listen, like for example, right now I am speaking and you are listening, but you are listening only those things, which you are filtering the information, and you are evaluating the information, and you are taking only those information which you are supposed to remember. Whatever I am saying since last 45 minutes, everything is not taken in. Please try to understand. Lecture listening is also like that. Okay, everything is not being feeded in. It is only filtered, and what is important from future point of view is taken into consideration, and that is the reason it is called as evaluative listening. I hope everyone's doubt is clear. Everyone was wrong. I don't know anyone who, there are students who gave answer B, but very less. Okay, is it clear? Fine. Yes. Now, question number 13 on the screen. Now see, the same question but in a different form I have given now. Shelley, now listen to this question for you, because you are having little doubt, no? When a person listens and attempts to understand the other person's viewpoint, it is termed as what? Is it called as active listening? Is it called as empathetic listening? Is it called as critical listening? Or is it called as what? Yes, all of them are having doubt. I purposely didn't discuss all because same question was here. So I'll discuss now everything. Just answer this question first. Let me see. Okay, everything, every option which are given, no, I'll explain you. Okay, yes, I am just waiting for this answer. I know students have some doubt, I'll clarify. This same question was there as in one of the previous year question, but not in same way. The question was different. They have changed the question. Okay, now see, I'll explain all the doubts. Now here the right answer is empathetic listening. Okay. Now everyone see, listen over here. See the options, no, all the options I am explaining. First of all, you know, what is the meaning of active listening? Active listening, where you pretend that you are very active to listen, but it doesn't mean that you are active, it means you are, you know, you are concentrative. Active listening, where you talk, you know, you make the person feel, the speaker feel that yes, you are listening, you know, attentively. Empathetic listening, now this is very important, those many of them had doubt in this. Empathetic listening, it means listening with an ability to understand the person. Now empathetic listening is done by teacher. In fact, it should be done by teacher, especially when the teacher is handling the learner or a student. So the teacher should always present an empathetic listening towards the student or a learner, because you know, sometimes a child needs someone, especially the one who has an ability to understand the child. Maybe the child is notorious, maybe the child is, you know, completely reserved, but they will open only when they feel that the person to whom person listening to them is, you know, can understand them. So teacher always need to have an empathetic listening towards the child. This was one of the previous year question, but the question is changed over here. Fine. Now critical listening, where you try to find out, you know, the pros and cons. I mean to say, where you try to find out what exactly is right or wrong. And one more question, dynamic listening, someone said. Yes, dynamic listening, basically what? Listening with a very deep understanding, so that you can gain something out of it and you can create something different out of it. Okay, is it clear with everyone? What example I gave, Priyanka? Did you get that, what examples I gave, or which example again you want? So you want, can you tell me specifically which, like for example, active listening. Okay, active listening, if you want example, you can say active listening is like counseling. See, it means, you know, the counselor, okay, make sure that, you know, the counselor listens to the child. Fine. Then empathetic listening, where the teacher understands the ability, or you know, teacher understands the child, and accordingly teacher have concentration towards the child. And in fact, every teacher should have this empathetic listening ability. Okay, and anything else you want? Empathetic I gave, you understood empathetic what I said? Teacher towards student. Still it is not clear with you? Yes. Critical listening, like for example, let us take an example of election. Okay, so you listen, but you try to judge, you know, evaluate the person, you try to judge the person. That is called as critical listening. Fine, Priyanka? Manoharan, yes, that can differ from student to student also. Priyanka, is it clear? Shall we go ahead now? Empathetic also, ability to understand. Okay. Now question number 14, a very easy question. I hope everyone 100% right answers I'll get for this question. Okay. In which domain does the following objective falls? At the end of lesson, the learner should be able to hit the football using the head. Deepa, active listening example assimilation you have. Active listening, no, active listening, counseling I said, counseling. Assimilation is to take the information or the idea. Yes, that is empathetic listening, Sandeep, correct? That's what you want to say? Yeah, question number 14 is on the screen. NPCIL info, question number 14, read carefully. Students who are attempting question number 14, you are doing silly mistakes, read carefully. I said question is very easy, you have to just put your concentration properly. You have studied affective domain, there are 3 domains you know, affective, cognitive, psychomotor. So you know which domain is used for what. And read the question carefully. I am not purposely reading it, I don't want that habit, you know, exam I am not going to come with you people. Okay, some have understood their mistakes, they are changing their answers. Yes, so they are talking about a domain where the student has learned how to hit the football using his head. So see what the student is using, what exactly is used by student hitting the football with head. So it means that what type of domain the student is basically into, it is psychomotor, that is kinesthetic, bodily understanding. So how, that is a skill of hitting. So but it has been understood in the form of what, it had use of your kinesthetic energy. So that is nothing but it is called as psychomotor domain. Cognitive knowledge, psychomotor is about activity. Yes, you can keep that also in mind, but still some students drastically went wrong for question number 14. Okay, now comes here the last question for the day. Failure of a teacher to communicate his ideals well to the students may result in what? Okay, yes, skill based also you can use. Question number 15 I am on. Failure of teacher to communicate his ideal well to the students may result into what? Classroom indiscipline, loss of students' interest in the topic which has been taught, increased number of absentees in the class, or all above. I'll read once again. Failure of teacher to communicate his ideals well to the student. So what will be the impact of this? So this is the statement they have given. What will be the impact of such statement? Question number 15, yes, very good, excellent, yes. Priyanka, failure to the student not only will refer to class indiscipline, but also will be resulting into loss of students' interest, increased number of absenteeism, as well as everything. So the impact will be seen on everything. Indiscipline also, students are lost, they will be complete, indiscipline in the class, mess up in the class, and the students will start remaining absent. So all the questions, all the options, impact is seen in all the way. Okay, before we end up the class, just one announcement, because many students were not there in the starting, which is of your interest area. So we are conducting the scholarship test, which is All India Scholarship Net Examination test, like for paper 1, which will be conducted on 8th of June, and the timing will be 6 p.m. that is on Wednesday. Now what is in your interest area? The paper, the paper is consisting of all the 10 units question. Whatever number of marks you score, you will be getting discount, that much discount for the course fee. So if you score 100%, you will be getting 100% discount. The fees cost is 3,500. Yes, please put your score also, everyone. You can contact on the WhatsApp number in case if you want any details further. And you have to keep this one thing in mind, it is only at this particular time and at this particular date. After this, you will not be counted. You have to be present at this particular time and this particular date to give the test. Okay. Thank you everyone. See you tomorrow with new set of questions for teaching aptitude. Thank you. "50 questions, Shelly, 50 questions will be there.